morning and welcome to Bet Racing Nation here live on Sky 212. All of our former audience on Sports Tonight Live, you can still watch it there, but thanks for joining us here on Sky 212. It's of course Derby Day, the most prestigious flat race in the world, and I've got a pretty prestigious panel joining me here to introduce you to the team. Former and failed jump jockey Jimmy Darren. Good morning, how are you?
Morning, Tom. Yeah,
and,
good.
Tell us a little bit about the jumps game as you played it.
Yeah, I was a former jump jockey about 2.5 years ago. I had an injury, a career-ending injury. I broke my neck and had a double displaced fracture in my skull, so that ruled out racing for me.
So, I mean, I'm a bit out of order then, aren't I, really?
Yeah, a bit out of order with the failed, but I tried. But yeah, no, that finished it. So
that's the risk of racing. And we're also joined by Declan Ricks from AtTheRaces.com. Tell us a bit about yourself. What do you do, Dec?
As you can probably tell from the accent, from Ireland, work with At The Races now, AtTheRaces.com. Resident blogger there at the moment, covering Irish racing. So that's one of my jobs among many at AtTheRaces.com.
Well, there he is, and Irish, and then we've got the voice of the North, Bobby Beavers from Radio Yorkshire. Good morning.
Good morning, Tom.
And what do you do at Radio Yorkshire? Tell us a bit about that.
A brand new radio station on DAB online, going around the whole of Yorkshire and worldwide if you want to listen online. I'm the horse racing chap up there. Yesterday I was fortunate enough to go to Epsom to witness the Oaks. I saw the Oaks and obviously the other races as well. But we go to York, we're going to Doncaster very soon. Also got a big rugby league contract, so if you're a rugby league fan, then definitely tune into Radio Yorkshire for all the rugby league action.
And I was going to say, yeah. Well, I mean, Radio Yorkshire, lots of sport there, you know, the racing as well. But I bumped into this lad at Epsom yesterday in the paddock, and he come up to me for the Oaks and he said, I've got a tip for you. I said, I've got a tip for you. And it was momentous, 50-1. He's really tipped it up. Where did it come, Bobby, in the end?
Well down the field. But in my defence, I had Harry Bentley who was riding the horse.
So it was Bobby's beauties, forget about it. But, you know, hopefully together we can give you some winners today. On the show today, we've got Richard Hughes coming up on the show live. Good morning, how are you doing, all right?
Very good, thanks.
Good. Obviously, you know, well done to place on volume yesterday, just about held on there. What did you make of the winner, though, Tag Gruder, Richard?
I'd say she's the best winner of the Oaks in the last 10 years.
Really strong
very
opinion
impressive.
there then. Well, moving on to your, obviously, the Derby runner, let's get stuck into it. At Breakfast with the Stars, Gosden said this choice, you know, the choice to enter this one into Derby was purely the owner's decision, but how bullshit about this one is Gosden?
I was actually quite pleased that we didn't pick the other one.
Right.
I liked his horse's run in Chester a lot, and I just felt with a better run, he'd have beaten Orchestra, and Orchestra's quite quietly fancied among a lot of the professionals.
And obviously at the odds then, really, you know, it's been beaten by a short head at Orchestra. Do you think that form is something that it can turn round today?
Oh, without a doubt, yeah, without a doubt. If that's good enough, I still don't know. You can see how strong they are in Australia, but I'm hoping the rain keeps falling, and the more rain there is, the better chance I have. Yeah,
well, we've said it's a calm before the storm at Epsom is what it looks like at the moment. Give us an update if you can on the weather. But what we want to get stuck into, of course, is how do you ride Epsom? I mean, you're going to be on Romsdale. Does the draw affect where you are in the Derby so much? And, I mean, how do you come around Tatton Corner? Give us an insight into that if you can, Richard.
Yeah, you like to be drawn quite high because you turn to the right first and then back left again. You need a horse that will jump out of the stones quick and travel. And if you don't travel, the guy on your outside will just squeeze you out of it.
Okay.
You're in no man's land if you're not going well coming down the hill.
Right, and of course, when you get round Tatton Corner, how do you feel about being tight on the rail there? Because the camber of the course is though you're going to get stuck on the rail, and you've almost got them, you know, coming into you, haven't you, from your right-hand side?
Yeah, down the hill isn't so much the problem in Epsom. It's actually down the home straight when you let go of their head, how to handle the camber. Because you're running downhill and the camber is going from right to left.
Yeah,
so that's the most difficult part in Epsom, I feel, from the turn for home down to the furlong and a half pole.
So preferably you want to be slightly higher up the camber at that point. You don't want to be stuck on the rail.
It doesn't matter what your horse is acting, to be honest.
No, well, there you go. I've been back in the wrong drawer, I think, Richard. I mean, next up, obviously, Himeneos, is it, that you ride today as well? That one's actually beaten Romsdale as well, so that's got to have a chance today, hasn't it?
Yeah, that was Romsdale's first run of his life. Himeneos, he's well handicapped today, and I'm doing 8-8, so that's not too easy, so I think he's a big chance.
OK. just to talk about what it's like on Derby Day, give us an insight. You know, what's the weighing room like compared to when you obviously, you know, you turned up at Bath, and well done for getting a winner there, second one on the card there yesterday. But, you know, a Bath weighing room for a Class 4 or Class 5, whatever it was, to a Group 1 race like the Derby, what's the difference there? There must be some tension there.
There's a bit of a difference there, right? Well, first of all, you have a few cameramen in there and that. And every race, it's all building up towards the Derby, and you can feel it, you know. But some lads get quiet and some lads get a bit chirpy.
I bet. Well, and which side are you on? Are you winding people up, or are you keeping your own game?
Kind of right in the middle both days, I think. I'd like to think so, anyway.
You're a fair jockey then. And any superstitions at all, Richard? I mean, like, have you had to have a bowl of porridge, or have you got your special socks on?
No, I'm not superstitious. I'd always have a look at my number, which is a little thing I have. Number 5 is very lucky for me.
Okay.
But in general, it's very hard to stick to a game plan in the Derby, because you can jump out and you could go to 3 different plans in the space of 50 yards. And
I'm sure you might be leaving it late as ever, Richard. We'd love to see you win your first Derby there, and a famous Hughesy ride coming late. I'd love to see that. So good luck on Romsdale today. Last up, just give us an idea. What are the chances? Is it worth a back?
I thought Volume yesterday had a great E-Trade chance.
Okay.
And I think this fella's the same. I'm not saying he's going to win, but only back in E-Trade if the rain slows the ground down. Okay.
Well, thanks for that. I hope our audience has been informed with a chance to Romsdale. Good luck today, Richard. We'll have to let you go now, but thanks for joining us, and all the best.
Thanks for letting you guys.
Cheers, Richard. Bye-bye.